This right here is my circa 1915 upright piano. I learned how to play the piano on this when I was a little kid, started when I was 5 years old. Well, when I moved out of the house, my mother let me take the piano, and we moved from house to house, and we take this piano with us everywhere we went. By the time we moved into this house, it was really bad, out of tune, and I hadn't tuned it in all those years, carrying it from place to place. And so I called up a piano tuner, and I said, can you make this thing, at least sound somewhat decent? But he said he couldn't get it to perfect pitch the first time, and that he would have to come back about every 6 months. You can't really take a piano and just tune it all the way to perfect pitch the first time when it's that out of tune. It takes a while to get it into perfect pitch. But he could make it where it would sound good, and I could play a melody and it would sound great. That first time, it sounded wonderful, way better than it did when it was all out of tune. But if I wanted to play with, say, a flute or a clarinet, that flute or clarinet would have to adjust to be able to play with the piano that was tuned but not to perfect pitch. Each time he came over, the course of 6 months and then a year, and then finally this piano got back to perfect pitch. And I would notice it would pop out again. Sometimes he'd come back and it's popped out of perfect pitch, and so he tunes it again. So about every 6 months he comes and tunes the piano. Well, your message is a lot like this. You can play amazing music with the message that you have now, where you have it and what you know about it right now. As you work toward getting it more and more toward perfect pitch, toward your perfect message, then it becomes easier to play with other instruments. As you're tweaking your message, you can start to collaborate with other folks and get your message out there. But once you find that sweet spot, then it's just like obvious in working with other people, and you can really mushroom your business. But don't hold your message back. I mean, it'd be like me saying, well, this piano's out of tune, so I'm not ever going to play it, and not go to the trouble of hiring the piano tuner to come and tune this piano back. And even after the first tuning, I could play some really beautiful music. So you can too. Don't wait to get it perfect. You've got to be in motion with your message. Go ahead and start sharing it. And so I encourage you to take the IgnitePoint challenge. I'm doing this for a reason. This is not so that you have to come up with the ideal message, the perfect message that you're going to deliver in the end to all the world. It's what message is on your mind right now, okay? Because the message that's on your mind right now is good enough. It's a message. Let's get it out there.